Welcome to Homes with Simone. I am so happy that you are here with me today. Today, I wanted to share a video with you that I took with me and my friends. We were sitting around painting our toenails, fingernails, having a good time, and they started asking me some general questions about real estate. So, I wanted to share those questions with you in hopes that you would maybe learn some information that they learned today as well. We had a good time, and I would love for you to join the fun. Also, if you have any questions that you would like to ask me, please feel free to give me a call or send me a text or email, and I'm happy to share any information with you that I know. Thanks, and have a great day. Bye.
She knew what she was doing. It was a setup from the beginning.
It really was.
That's not supposed to go right there.
All right. Well, Vanessa, you had a question for me about real estate.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, I want to know, like, you know how when you first, I guess when you first move out of your parents' house and you're trying to find your own, and I have heard, like, a lot of people say, you should just go ahead and buy a house instead of buying an apartment. So I guess I'm trying to figure out what's the benefit of saying, okay, I'm going to buy this house instead of getting an apartment. Because for most people, yeah, because for most people, when you move out, the first thing is an apartment will be easier. So,
Well, with that, you can buy with you saying that you want to have it easier for you. I think that maybe it would be easier for you if you were to buy a townhouse or buy a condo, so that way you don't have to do the maintenance or keep up with the maintenance that you're talking about. And then maybe later, once you get married and settle down, you can buy a house. But yes, I definitely think that you should buy instead of renting, because remember, you guys, I always talk about creating your utopia. And how can you create your utopia if you're renting from somebody else? If you're living in somebody else's house, how can you truly create your utopia? Like, for instance, if you love to wake up with hardwood floors, but you're in an apartment that have carpet, you're not creating your utopia, because you're settling for whatever is there or whatever is available, instead of creating that space that you really love or you really truly enjoy. Like CN, she like blue on her wall in her bedroom. How can she get the right color blue on her wall if she's renting from somebody? They may not be down for that, And then too, at the same time, the same amount, a lot of people don't understand that the same amount that you're paying for an apartment is the same amount that you'll pay, or maybe even less, for a house.
yeah, I was about to get the finances. I'm all about the money. So, yeah.
Yeah, and then not only that, if you think about it, like I said, if you were to rent a condo or a townhouse, right, and then you get your husband and y'all decide that y'all want to buy a house, that condo or townhouse is yours. You don't just move out and just say, okay, all that money that I put into this condo and townhouse is just there. Guess what? Y'all can decide together, do you want to rent this out and we can have extra income? Or do we want to sell it and we can have that as a down payment towards our house? So you're building, you have options. You're building a financial, basically you're building a financial foundation for yourself. You could end up, he could have, if he bought his own condo and he bought his own townhouse, you had your own condo or townhouse that you both were buying. You both get together and decide that you want to buy your house together. You have two rental properties that you can, you have two properties that you can turn into rental properties and start making money off of. So it's almost like, what, why rent?
Why not? Yeah.
It's just a financial way of looking at things and building that life that you want, for yourself and for your family.
So, I mean, with that being said, once you get your property and stuff like that, you buy your house, is it necessary to have, like, insurance for your house?
Yeah, you want to have insurance for your house in case anything happens to it, in case it catch on fire or some type of freak nature thing go on with it, you want to have insurance so that your house is protected. Even if it's things like your water heater may go out, that's protected under your homeowner's insurance. You know, those major things that may happen that you're like, oh, I'm afraid to have all of that. Most of those things are protected in your homeowner's insurance, so it just makes sense to just buy.
Right.
So you're protected, you're spending your money, but you're also getting money back in the future, in the long run. Yep, it makes sense. It makes sense. Y'all have good questions. Good questions that I'm sure, you know, a lot of people probably don't know.
Yeah, because I don't know anything about anything. No.
Well, I'm happy that you asking me. I'm happy you asking me. And whatever I don't know, I will definitely find out for you. That's my thing. Thank you.
So, you know, equity. I've always heard people talk about equity. Equity. What is that? What is the purpose of that? Like, why is it such a big thing?
Equity is, let's just say that you buy a house and the value of the house is $100,000. But you bought the house for $75,000. You have $25,000 in equity. And actually, you can do whatever, it's almost like money in the bank. You can take that $25,000 and put it back into your house. Like you could say, okay, I want to take this $25,000 that I have in equity because this is the value of my home. And you can renovate your house with that $25,000. It will be built into your mortgage at a later date, but you can, you know, you can take it and put it in. Or what you could do is you can take that $25,000 out of your house and put it up for a down payment for a second house if you wanted to. So equity is money in a bank. And also if you buy a house, let's say it's not even worth that much, but you buy a house and you take your time and you repair your house and you get it appraised, then you bought it for $50,000, but now it's appraising at $75,000. That's $25,000 in equity for the house that you, basically it's money that you didn't spend for the house, but the value of the house.
Okay.
The difference is the value. Yeah. Okay. So you can take your equity and make it work for you in what you need it to do.
So you mentioned repairs and stuff like that. When you're doing repairs to your house, like how do they factor that into the value of your house?
That's where the appraisal come in at. It's the value of your house. Like for instance, of course, when you do repairs to your house, you definitely want, or when you renovate your house, you definitely want to do your kitchen and your bathroom. Those are the number one things. And you want to, of course, you want to do your flooring. Flooring is very important. You want to have hardwood floors in your house versus carpet because they bring more value to your home. You want to have granite countertops in your kitchen and your bathroom versus laminate countertops because that bring more value to your home as well. You get more money back for putting those things into it. And that's it. What did you ask me? I'm sorry. Did I answer your question? Did I answer your question?
You did.
Okay.
You did because you said it. You have.
Oh, of course. And number one, location. Wherever your house is sitting and how much the value of the house is around it and the community that it's in will also take effect of how much your home will appraise for.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you living in Ratchetville, you know.
Exactly. You're not going to get anything out of it. And people can even over renovate their home. So you have to be careful. You have to stay within your means of your area and your community. So if you're in a place where it's a nice place and they have hardwood, they have granite countertops, and they have, you know, nice things, but you go in and you put a movie theater, they're not going to appeal to that because they're not going to want to.
It's too much.
Right, they're not going to be able to see the reason for that in that area. You know?
Okay, here we did get a little off topic, but basically what I was trying to explain to the girls is that when you purchase a home and you start to renovate that home, you do want to take in mind of the area that you're in and the homes that are around it in order to determine how much you want to put into the house. You want to definitely make your money back and you want to be able to resell your home, but if you put too much into the house, it will make it difficult for you to sell your home in a timely manner because people are not going to appeal to certain things in certain areas. I really enjoyed spending this time with my girls. We had a great time answering questions, had a lot of fun painting our nails, and just enjoying time together. If you have any questions for me or any thing that you just have any questions or concerns about, please feel free to contact me at any time. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. My address is homeswithsimone@gmail.com, and my phone number is 404-610-3752. I'm going to go ahead and turn the mic back over to the video. I hope that you are really enjoying it, and I appreciate you tuning in with us as we chit chat about real estate, life, and just building a economic foundation for you and your family for your future. Thank you so much for viewing the video. Have a great day. Continue watching because there's more questions to be answered and more information to come.
The people that attract to that is not going to buy it because of the area, you know? Because the people in that area that's buying a house in the area, they don't care about that. So it's kind of defeat the purpose, you know?
So basically, the moral of the story is with houses, you have a lot more options.
You have a lot more options. And that's the best way to build your utopia. I'm so big on building your utopia because the thing is that you want to have a place where you can do what you love to do. And you feel comfortable doing what you love to do. Like you're a singer. You don't want to be in an apartment singing to the top of your lungs, and then your neighbors come banging on your door. That's not your utopia because now you can't do what you want to do because you're worrying about what your neighbor's gonna say or if they're gonna call the police on you. Right. And then Cian, she's a mentorship. She likes to mentor young ladies and things like that. She can't bring young ladies to her house if it's a whole bunch of dope boys on the side of the street. You know, so you have to build what fits your lifestyle. If that's your lifestyle, that's fine. But you have to focus on what's your lifestyle and build your life around that. And it starts with where you live. Of course, if that makes sense, it starts with where you live.
So I have a question. If you're looking into buying a house, of course you want an agent to help you and whatnot. So how do you know basically which one to choose? Because to me, they're all promoting the same thing. So how do you know this is the right candidate to choose?
I feel like you really want to know until you actually communicate with that agent. Just from experience. Before I became a real estate agent, I had 4 agents before I met the right one. And I think that's the reason why it's set up where if you get in a relationship with the agent, you sign a contract that I work for you, you're my client, I'm your agent, I have an obligation to you that you can pull out at any time. We're not committed to each other. We are on paper, but if you say, look, this is not working, you can pull out at any time. And I think that's the reason why they have it like that, because you have to have a relationship with that agent. This is a person that's going to help you make a huge purchase, the largest purchase that you have ever made in your life. And you want to have that person that's going to listen to you, that's going to have your best interests at heart, and that's going to do what you need them to do in a timely manner as well. The market is cutthroat. If you don't move, then you're going to lose. And if your agent is not on top of things and doing what they need to do, you could lose out on so many deals because they dragging their feet. So you definitely want someone that you can definitely have a relationship with, you can contact, you can communicate with, someone that's going to answer the phone, someone that's going to answer your questions the way that you need it to be answered, and someone that's going to move as quickly as you need it to move. That's the number one. But you guys know me.
Yeah.
So we already have a relationship.
This is true.
And
But even even though we do know each other, your personality just overall is awesome. And if I had to pick my ideal realtor, it would be someone like you, or if I can't have you.
yeah.
But just because you're very attentive to detail, or you get an idea of what your buyers want. You try your best to meet those goals, and do it in a way where everybody benefits from it.
Exactly.
And I feel like those are very important qualities to have as a realtor, because the buyer in turn feels comfortable, feels secure. So even if they gotta go up a little bit on their price, they're like, well, I trust this person because they have my best interest at hand.
Exactly.
So in the long run, it's kind of like you're pushing them to, like you said, get their utopia. And sometimes their utopia may not come in the way they want it to. And you have to have that person that know when to push them and when to pull them back. Yes.
That's true. That is true. And my whole thing is that I don't try to force anything on anybody. So, and I'm not gonna sit here and watch you get into a situation that's gonna be bad for you. Like if I know this house is not good, I'm not gonna tell you, oh yeah, you should buy that house just so I can make commission. That's not fair, because you have to live there, and I'm gonna be sleeping with guilt, like, oh, I put them in a horrible house.
And then on top of that, like, they won't refer you to
Exactly.
like anyone else. So.
Exactly. And the most business that we get as realtors is word of mouth referrals.
And that makes sense.
So you have to treat, your people right. You definitely have to do that. And my whole thing is, like I say, June would be a year for me.
Yay.
I'm so excited. But my whole thing is that if I don't know, because there's a lot of things that I don't know. There's a lot of things I do know. But if I don't know, I will ask. I will get that information for you, and I'm not afraid to tell you, look, I don't know, but I will, get that information for you as soon as I can, because everybody don't know everything.
This is true. So where are your target areas? Like, where do you assist people with finding homes? Do you have a specific location, or are you mobile? Like, do you go wherever as long as it's in the Atlanta area? Like, what is your...
I can sell in the whole state of Georgia, but of course I want to be up here in Woodstock area because it's where I am. It's not much driving and gas for me, but I'm everywhere. I just sold in Jonesboro. I sold in Austell. I mean, I'm all over. I have a client that want to buy in the Loop. I have a client now that want to buy in College Park, Union City area. So it really doesn't matter. Wherever my client want to be, I'm going there too. And we're going to make it happen. So I'm all over. Can I see that one?
Now, earlier you were talking about you have some signs up. Where are your signs? Your advertising?
I am currently advertising at a mechanic shop on Jonesboro Road. It is Ibu Stays Mechanic Shop, auto body shop, and it's beautiful. That was my first sign, and I'm thankful for that because I've picked up quite a few clients from that sign alone. And I'm also advertising at my accountant's office in North Cross. It's AOS Tax Accounting, AOS Tax Accounting in Marietta, and also Fatu's Braiding Salon in Marietta as well. So yeah, all over. Yay!
Hey, you need to get some in Decatur where it's greater.
I need to.
Yeah.
Bow.
Bow.
Perfect.
One thing I just wanted to point
thank you for visiting Homes with Simone. I really enjoyed spending this time with you today. And remember, you deserve your utopia.